I am dyeing some mohair. These are some elastics. I have some brushes to comb it out, some gloves to protect my hands, some raw mohair. This came right from the farm. It's not processed. It's tangly. It's got vegetable matter in it. It is a hot mess, but once you do your magic to it, it's very beautiful. So here are my 4 batches. I have a deep pink. I have, what is this? This is a deep red. This is a pale pink. It looks pretty fuchsia, but once you rinse it out, it is a lot lighter. And I'm sorry I'm holding the camera, so I'm a little bit jittery here. This one was lavender, but look at how blue that is. And here it is rinsed out. Look at that variegation. I love that. It's blue at the bottom and it works its way up. It's already been rinsed. What I have in it here is some conditioner. And it's a conditioner that I made. It's pretty thick. And hopefully it'll help me detangle this hair. I'm not gonna leave this conditioner in, but I'm not gonna rinse it all out either. I want this hair to stay pretty conditioned. Remember, this is real hair, so it gets dry. I love this. And up here where these knots are, that will all be cut away. So probably for the babies I'll have some lavender hair and I'll have some kind of more blue purpley hair. And then I'm gonna get to work on these 3. And then I have all kinds of combs and brushes. And I will sit here and listen to a podcast and comb this hair out. It's gonna take forever. You have to be really tender with it. Well, here we are. We're all done. And this is the fruit of my labor. It took a long time. And I know it doesn't look impressive because it doesn't seem like there's a lot of hair there, but there is enough hair there for my purposes. Here is the pale pink. Really pretty. And it's still wet, so it's gonna fluff up more when it dries. And there's the deep pink. The deep pink and the pale pink are pretty much alike. Here is the deep red. Very crimson. Very pretty. I love the way that turned out. I am just worried about the strength of that pigment. I rinsed and rinsed and rinsed and rinsed and rinsed, and the water was still pink. Hopefully it'll be fine. So, and here is the lavender. It's kind of mermaidy, very variegated. So this is what mohair looks like when you get it. It's kind of like really bad bedhead or almost dreadlocks, and it's kind of dirty. But you know, this was an animal's winter coat, so you know, it served its purpose. And then I dyed it all these colors. And remember, I had to brush all this out, comb it out. I had to condition it, I had to dye it, I had to condition it some more and rinse it and comb it out some more. And this is the waste from it. So this is how much hair I lost. And I would be willing to bet I lost close to 50% of the hair when I combed it out. This is stuff that's just a little bit, and it all still has conditioner on it. It's just a little too fuzzy and furry. It's the coat that's closest to the animal. It would be like the down on a duck. It's the part that insulates. And this isn't really good for rooting hair. I think this would be good for other things. I just don't know enough about fibers to know what it would be good for. I may rinse it and put it in a bag and offer it up to somebody if they want it. But yeah, that's a lot of waste. So when you're looking at mohair, if you're a doll maker or even if you're a collector, this stuff is expensive to process and it's expensive to buy. I had to buy that in bulk, and I bought it in bulk so it was cheaper, but it was still expensive. I had to buy the dyes, I had to make the conditioner. This was all of my time and a lot of work combing out the tangles and making it pretty. So when you buy mohair and you pay that price, and I know you're thinking, oh my goodness, I go through sticker shock when I buy mohair also. I think to myself, oh, this is so expensive, and it's per like quarter ounce. But remember, you know, how much money and time goes in, all the things that need to be done to it. Not to mention, you know, the farmers who had to raise that goat feed it, take it to the vet, do all that stuff, shear it, and then sell the mohair to us who are doing this. It's a lengthy and expensive process. I love doing it. I would do this all day. It's so much fun and very satisfying, but I just thought I'd share a part of this process. You know, doing vertical tasks like this, I know there's a better way, but I just love doing all the parts. All right, we'll see you back in the studio. So I have been a super busy bee. I've been painting heads, and I got the hair dyed, and I'll show you one more time what the hair looks like. This is the pale pink, and this is the vibrant pink. And this is the crimson. Look at how pretty that turned out. It turned out great. And this is the lavender. Well, this is kind of the color I was hoping for. And it's okay. I think it all turned out great. I'm really, really happy. Just thought I'd give you another look at that. I have babies that are almost done with their hair. This is Maggie with her green eyes. Her hair is absolutely done. And then Joseph is done also. I went a little darker with his hair. I was gonna go blonde, but I decided to go with this kind of dark blonde, light brown color. And this is Mr. Clyde. His hair is all done also. I should go over it one more time, but I have a feeling if I do, it's gonna be overdone. So I've got I'm in that in-between place, like I really wanna give it one more round, but part of me says it's done, so I'm gonna listen to the it's done part. Now I'm thinking about this eye here, and I'm not sure if I'm going to make it super shiny or not. I'm still on the fence about that. And this is Aria away with her lavender eyes, and she's going to have the lavender hair, I think. Cute. She's not going to have all lavender hair. She's going to have brown, a little bit of top rooting and brown hair, and then I'm going to accent it with some of the lavender hair. And this is Tracy the bug. So this is going to be a bug baby. Her hair is done, but I want to do a little more detail on her eyes and darken up these circles. I like the way the little freckles work. And I have some black hair and some dark brown hair, so I might mix them both together to do a little top rooting on her, and she will be done. This sweet baby here, I'm going to work on her eye detail some more, and she just has the barely there kind of sketched hair, so I have to do her hair probably 2 or 3 more rounds. I usually do this first and then just build on top of that. This baby too. The eye details are done on this baby though. And so that is that. And yeah, I'm just going to sit here and paint here for a little while. I am pretty tired. I got up kind of early this morning to get a bunch of house things done. And I just feel like I'm ready to fall asleep. I love iced tea, and I don't drink sweet tea. When I went to Tennessee with my son, we went to a couple of places where I ordered tea, not even thinking, and they would bring me sweet tea, and I'd take a gulp, and I'd be like, oh my God, oh. And I'd send it back, and I'd say, can I get unsweetened tea? And they look at me like, why do you want unsweetened tea when you have this? And their sweet tea is really good. I mean, I did go to a museum there, and they were serving a kind of fruit tea in their cafe. Everybody was walking around drinking this, and I thought, I want to try that. And I said, what is everybody else walking around with? She says, oh, that's our fruit tea. And it was like a mixture of fruit juices. One of the juices was pear, and it was just a cup full of ice and this really yummy fruit tea, and it was actually so good on a screaming hot day, and we hadn't eaten yet, so it was just like hit the spot. I could see myself getting addicted to that. Don't let me look up the recipe, or if you have it, don't give it to me. Ooh, that was so yummy. I feel bad for people who are like addicted to fast food and potato chips and soda. That's got to be a killer to come down from. For me, it's baked goods, flour, butter, and sugar. That's my weakness. That's my holy trinity. Keep that away from me. It's so hard to kick it, I tell ya. I don't have any other addictions in my life. You know, I'm not a drinker. I've never done drugs. I don't smoke pot. You know, I'm not kind of interested in that kind of stuff. And having parents who did have, you know, addictions, I wanted to stay away from that myself, just in case. I don't even take pain pills when I have surgery. It scares me. But I know that sugar is my drug. I like to say, oh, I'm not addicted to anything, but I am certainly addicted to sugar. So now I'm just going to go around with a paint that's just a little bit thicker and a little bit darker. And just play. No rhyme, no reason, just playing, putting it where it looks like it could use it. And if I don't like it, you know, I can sponge it off. The layer underneath is baked on, so I don't have to worry too much. My son and I went out to one of his favorite restaurants. I told him that if he got all of his homework done, I'd take him to go get some pizza at a place that he likes. It has been closed for a really long time, but they just opened their patio. And our numbers here in California are looking really good, and I'm vaccinated, so he got his end of the bargain done, and so I treated him to some pizza at this place that he likes. And while we were out, the fabric store was just not too far away. So I said, do you mind if we pop into the fabric store? And he was like, oh, please, Mom, not the fabric store. Poor guy. I said, 5 minutes, I promise. It was not 5 minutes. He knew it wasn't going to be 5 minutes. Who spends 5 minutes in a fabric store? The only reason why you would leave after 5 minutes is because you have terrible diarrhea and you need to go home. I mean, I could just live at the fabric store. I love it. I don't even sew really, you know, but I just love looking at all of the fabrics. It's a weird thing. It's a girl thing, I guess. I'm making the little baby costumes, and I didn't have any gray or dusty pink trim. And I found some really crazy stuff. I'll probably never use it, but it just seemed fun. He always wants to disappear over where they have the toys and the Legos. But, you know, even though he's 8, I still feel really weird about letting him do that. Just been too much weird stuff going on. He's not like one of those super friendly kids where, you know, somebody could chat him up and walk out the door with him. But at the same time, he's pretty cute. I remember when my girls were little and I'd go to the grocery store, sometimes I would, when they were like, I don't know, 7 and 9, I said, if you guys stay together, you guys can go look at toys, or, you know, go to the place where they have the comic books and stuff, and you guys can go do that, but you have to stay together. I would never do that now, not in a million years. Back at it, I just feel like, oh my God, what was I thinking? That was not safe. I mean, where I lived was pretty safe at the time, but still, oh, I think it's crappy we have to think like that, you know. My sister-in-law actually caught a guy. Well, she didn't catch him, but her boys they weren't even that little. They were like maybe, I want to say 8 and 10, around that age. And she was in the living room. I think she was either in the living room or in the front yard, tidying up. I think she was cleaning windows or something. I can't remember. But this white car pulled up. Our boys were playing outside. I think they were riding scooters or something like that. And she saw the car pulling up and kind of caught her attention. And then he slowed down, and then he started talking to the boys. And I like called him over to the car, and you know, they had the talk. Kids, like all kids, get the talk. And still, he was able to say something that engaged them enough that they went over by the car. And you know, she's a mama tiger. She ran out there and chased him off, and he, you know, if he were just like a normal adult, first of all, a normal healthy adult probably would have known better. But you know, if it was like harmless and he was just a neighbor saying, hey, you know, have you seen my son or my dog or whatever, or he was saying, how you guys doing, you know, tell your parents I said hi or something like that. Again, I don't think a healthy adult would have done that from a car, but let's say it was pretty harmless. He probably would have just waved her and said, hey, I'm just saying hi to the boys. But he took off. And she tried to get his license plate number, but it was too late. He was gone. She freaked out. But that's how it happens, you know, very quickly. You just never know. Whatever that is, and people that make them do those kinds of things, I just don't even, I don't want to understand it. I just don't. Too scary. I think that's done, almost done. I'm probably going to do one more layer. And the weather has been gorgeous here. Just gorgeous. Can't complain. You know, like in the 70s. Some cool winds at night. I think we went to bed last night and didn't even really need our blankets. We had a very, very, very dry winter. So I can't imagine that, you know, we're going to have a year where we can like water the lawn and let the kids run out in the sprinklers. I can't imagine that that'll happen. And we're trying to make a decision about school, about next year. I mean, it might be a little early days to be thinking about it, but we have to decide whether or not we're sending him back. And part of me thinks it'll be fine. It's going to be okay. I sort of have a feeling that kids are going to start getting vaccinated. And where I live, kids 12 to 16 are already vaccinated. So they're probably going to get the littles pretty soon. So I'm not as worried about COVID as I am worried about just all the germs, the winter germs that I endure every year with people sending their damn sick kids to school. I think it looks okay. And I mean, probably the most important thing when you're painting hair is to go through and clean off your ears and wherever your hand might have touched. I'm not going to give this baby a lot of eyebrows because she has makeup on, but, or this, you know, the clown stuff, but I think I will just put a few little tiny guys in there. So I think I'll bake that and see how it looks. So every layer you go up, you just refine it and fine tune it. And you know what? Sometimes I overdo it. Sometimes this is perfect. I mean, this is nice. There's nothing wrong with this, but I like to keep going and keep going. I'm gonna get these babies done and I'll come back. Hey everyone, I'm working late today. This is becoming a habit working out here at night. Actually, it's kind of nice. It's pretty peaceful. But I was going through my inventory of babies because I noticed I had one more box than I thought I did. I thought I had the 3 babies I made when I did the prototype, Marnie and the 2 twins. And then I found like an extra box, and these 7. And then I found an extra box and I was like, what is this? And I opened it up and it was this Tessa. She was already done and assembled and dressed and ready for photography. And I thought, what the heck? And when I looked at her little face, I thought, oh my goodness, she needs to be a part of the circus party. I am not leaving her in there. So I pulled her out and I'm giving her makeup. And I think it looks super cute. She translates really well as a circus baby. Big, chubby cheeks. She's so cute. I put some eye shines here. And I thought, I'm just going to give her a little bit of paint. And then when I do costuming, I will make her a costume. So I think she's the only one that will be fully rooted. Those are eyelashes. She has everything. So I think I have a total of 11 Haunted Circus babies that will be ready at the same time. Isn't that cool? She's gonna be so cute. I can't wait. Trying to switch back to air dry for varnishing because it seems we're having a little bit of a hard time finding Genesis Heat Set matte varnish now. And if I can find it, I'm finding it in little tiny tubs that the price has been just raised through the roof. A little bummed out about that. Not happy with that. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if that's just leftover COVID stuff or what, but oh, yuck. So I found a container of golden matte medium that I had, and I, for some reason, thought I had success with that before. So I sat here for a couple of hours and I varnished everybody. And I came back in and not happy. So this is what happened. So in case you're wondering, or you're an artist and you want to know, the texture is very nice. However, it's super shiny. And this is golden matte medium. That's what it's going to look like, in case you're wondering. So now what I had to do was go back to my shelf. I forgot I bought this. And I'm going to go over it and give it another coat. It's fine because it's just going to give it more protection. But it's just more work. And so here is a baby that I just did the face. So this is the shine that it had with the golden matte medium, and then this is with the Folk Art Soft Touch top coat. So you can see how nice and matte this is. But I think I probably have like another 2 or 3 layers to go. But her hair is so pretty, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Again, she'll be the only one that's fully rooted. Everybody else will just be top rooted. Went shopping the other day. Not super exciting, but I like to share. So the first thing I'll show you are the tutus. I ordered a bunch of them in different colors. I'm not going to put these on every baby, but I just want to have them in case it works for their costuming. And they fluff up really nice. They're really pretty. I like this little satin rim. I got them in pink and blue and purple and all kinds of colors. And I paid a little more than I wanted to, but I'm happy to have them. So there we go. They're really cute. And that blue and this teal and another beige, 2 pinks, an orange, and a deeper pink. This is not for these babies. This is for a baby I haven't made yet, but I know what I want, so I ordered hers beforehand so I can see if the color would work, and I like it. So I had to drop some stuff off at the thrift store by where we live. It's a huge, and I've talked about it before, it's a huge, gigantic thrift store. It's awesome. And I always, you know, take a stroll down the baby aisle. I'm pretty picky about what I get, and this time I thought, you know, if they have anything that I could use for the Haunted Circus babies, I want to grab. And I found a few things that I'm going to play with, and I don't mind. They're not too expensive, and if I ruin them, I'm, you know, not going to feel terrible. But I found 2 little itty bitty preemie tops. I think this one will be great, and I like the stripes. I'd probably cover that. I found a cute little pair of cakey pants. I think those are pretty cute. Found these. I think this is great. I love little bloomers for under all kinds of things. And I found this cute little jacket. Probably will remove those bows, but the dots and stripes, I think that translates well for Circus baby. I found this crazy little black and white shirt. And it's kind of sparkly. It's really big, so it'll have to be for a bigger baby, or I can cut it down, but I think that's awesome. And I found these little striped pants. How perfect are those? And these little striped pants, how perfect are those? My goodness, I just like, it was great. And another little pair of stripy pants. I love stripes. And one more. These are perfect. I mean, these are a little bit big and they're a little bit more worn, but I kind of like that. And these I kind of want to dye. I might even like tea stain them or coffee stain them. We'll see. I just want to see how it looks. And I also found this cute little jacket. Oh my goodness, it's so adorable. I just liked it with these little bears on it. And all the stuff I just already washed. This cute little smock dress. I want to play with dyeing this. And I found this little plain white sleeper that I think would be fun to dye, so I'll probably do that. And I found two really cute muslin blankets. I love sending babies home in muslin blankets. And if you wash them, they're all soft and yummy. And I found these cute little pajamas with little princesses on them. Now this would probably be for a bigger baby. I can cut them down, but I think they're kind of adorable. I'm not thinking haunted circus with that. Sometimes I have bigger babies, or sometimes I have clients who have purchased other babies from me, and I like to send a little something for their other babies, and they might be different sizes. I also hit Target because I don't know how I ran out. I'm telling you, I have so many baby clothes, but I don't have any newborn size long sleeve onesies. Why? I don't know. I just don't. And got these. And they're Gerber, aren't they cute? I think these translate well. This isn't really my palette for a regular reborn, but these say Haunted Circus Baby to me. Look at this, stars and stripes and rainbows. I got them in short and long sleeve. These cute little pants. That cute little shirt. These cute little pants and this cute little jacket. Again, these are not colors I would normally get, but I think for Haunted Circus Baby, they're fine. I'm gonna have to make a lot more Haunted Circus Babies because I got a ton of clothes.